application, we have created the projects inside the we created the front-end project in Next.js, JSS front-end project, and I'll also show you we have already created a Next.js project inside the in the site core headless site we created inside the site core. So let me show you. So this is the application we already created, like JSS XM Cloud. This is the app we created, headless site. You can say this is the headless site already we created. So if I tell you about this structure, is very simple. So this is the similar. It's a structure similar like a site core SXA. Okay, so because now the site core JSS is JSS plus SXA, because the front end application now we have created that the template with the JSS and SXA. So it will be in the like a SXA structure. Okay, so there you can see is pretty much similar like a SXA structure. Okay, so maybe later somewhere I'll explain the whole structure, but for now we have to just set up the application. Okay, so first of all, what we have to do is we'll run the setup here. Okay, so what the setup we created, and when you create, it will show like this. Okay, it will show like this, like JSS application, this has been created. So when it say like this, so you have to create an application name in headless site in the site core with this name, like JSS we already created. I show you. Okay, this is we already created. Next, what I have to do is I have to just run a JSS setup command. Okay, so when I run a JSS setup command, so let's see what we get. Okay, we are going to run this in a connected mode. So JSS setup, I'll run the JSS setup. So it's asking like, is your instance in this on this machine accessible via the network share? Yes, it is accessible. So path to the site core folder. So path to the site core folder. So it asking like from where the site core is running. So it's asking us the public folder. So we'll just select the publish folder for the site core. So it must be in inet pub, then www root, then this one. Okay, so it is our publish root. So put like this. Next is asking us the host name, site core host name. So we have to give like this. Okay, so let me just go here and copy the host name, and okay, didn't copy. Let me. Okay, so we have to make sure we are giving the host name like it's giving the example. Okay, so we have to similar like this. Let me hit enter. After that, import service URL. So this will automatically put it. So we'll just hit enter. Then we have to give the API key. Okay, site core API key. So from where site core API key we are going to put? So we have to create a API key inside the site core. So for that, where we have to go? Let me go to the system. Inside the system, we go to the settings, then services. There you can see the API key and this rendering host. So two things are main for mainly you have to take care. In terms of configuring. Okay, so what API key and rendering host. Okay, so for now we need the API key. So for now we can use this API key. Let's see, JSS XM Cloud. Let me use this API key. Or maybe you can use the default API key. Okay, like this. Okay. Now please enter the deployment secret. So it's a like if you don't enter, it will automatically create a deployment secret. So we'll just hit enter now. So it's created. You can see it's created. Then show the configuration to the site core is deployed. Yeah. First of all, there are some minimum configuration we have to do. So it's advising us to like we have to do this way. Okay. First of all, ensure the host name in this sitecore.config file like this. Okay, so first of all, we have to go to the sitecore, then configs, and there we have to configure this host name and the other path. Then we can hit like JSS deploy config, or if you want to JSS deploy app.this. In terms of when you are not running the application in connected mode and you disconnected mode, you deploy you prepare your application in a disconnected mode. So JSS deploy app.this must be your command. For our case, it will be just JSS deploy config. Okay, so let's see now. So for now, what we have to do, we have to go to the application, and few things it will add here. So first thing, what is going to add after running the JSS command, it will add the deployment secret automatically here. Another thing, it will add the file like scjssconfig.json. Okay, so this is the file it's going to add. So it added like this. Okay, so from where what we have to do is, first of all, we have to this copy this, and we can paste it here, or maybe we can create a new one. .env dot. We can copy the same thing and paste it into the. So .env.local only works for the development. Okay, so when we save, then we have to assign the few things like these are the things. So already we run the JSS setup. Some of the things already came here and in the scjson.config. Okay, so first of all, let's configure these things. Okay, so what we have to deployment secret. So deployment secret, let's see, we have to configure the deployment secret. So editing secret will be our deployment secret. Okay, then API key. So with me API key, so this must be our API key. Let me copy this one, keep the API key here. Next, API host. This layout service host will be the API host. Right. Next, GraphQL endpoint. JSS name, we have to just define JSS name. So JSS name, JSS application name. So our application name is, if you go here in we already create a JSS XM Cloud. So this is the application name. and we have to make sure this rendering host is selected on our application here. Okay, in the setting, site grouping, then JSS application. So the rendering host will be this one. Same JSS application name will put here. Okay, like this. So I mean, we are done here in terms of configuration. Next thing, we have to see that configuration in the JSS XM Cloud. Okay, so first thing we have to configure here like this, where this is. Okay, JSS site registration. So I think we don't need this one. We can just comment it. Next thing, the application name is correct. Then this sitecore path is not correct. We have to give the proper sitecore path name, path. So we'll just change. We'll go here. What is our application name? So this is our application name. So let me give the path, proper path. So I'll go and atom path. I have to copy the atom path, replace it here. Let me quickly replace and save it. I think we are good now. And other thing we have to configure is editing secret. We have to. So there you will find like a editing secret. So this is the deployment secret. It works fine. I mean, in terms of deployment, we have to just put the deployment secret as well. So we can copy the deployment secret from here. Okay. So now we are done with the configuration. So what next is we have to run the deploy command. So what was the deploy command? Deploy command is this one. Yeah, JSS deploy config, right? So JSS deploy config. So it will deploy the configs to our webroot file. Okay. So after that, I mean, we can run our application. Let's see. Next thing also we have to take care. Because config is deployed, so it will take time to refresh the site, sitecore site. Okay, so we'll just wait for it. So I'll show you like where it's deploying. So if I go here, app config, then include, so it will deploy here. So you can see now our new application JSS headless is coming here. Okay. So this is loaded. So what we can do next is we have to just publish this. So to publish, we have to just select here and click on publish. Publish. Then we are going to publish everything. So we'll publish. For now, we'll not select the Denmark. Okay, we'll publish everything. Okay. Next thing, we can run the application. So to run the application, what we have to do is let's JSS. Connected. So we run the application in a connected mode like this, JSS start F1 connected. And we can see the result, what it's giving us. So you can see it's registering all the already component, and it will give us a local host that we have to run. Okay, it's also showing us the latest Next.js version. So we'll just hit the local host 3000 now, and we'll see the effect. Okay, so this say unable to verify the certificate. So we have to make it like this. So Next.js always ask us to be valid certificate. So for now, let's disable the thing. Okay, so execute this one for now. Just start connected. Next thing, it's saying like we don't have a valid root item ID and auto resolve app root. Okay, so we have to give the root ID. So to give the root ID, there we have to give. So for that, let me remember where I have to give. So item ID. So there we have to specify. So this is dictionary service.factory.ts. There we have to specify the this root item ID. So what's the root item ID? Root item ID is generally it will ask our the home page. So the home page is the first route of the page. So we have to give this item ID. Okay. So for now, let me give it. We will put it here like this, and let me put this. Okay. So now we gave the route item route ID. Let's see the result now. So we can see our application now because we don't have anything on our home page, so it's showing nothing. Okay, so in the site core, what we can do is, we can just create maybe any component in the site core and we can run it. So let's see how we can do this. Let me show you how we can create uh, a simple JSS component in it. And so to create the simple JSS component, what I can do is I can just right click here, or you can just escape hold here. So what I'll do is I'll say, so it's JSON rendering, right? It's a JSON rendering. So you can just create like this. So whatever we are creating a component, so that would be a JSON rendering in the site core. So and to create the component name, so as it's saying like our file or folder name must be provided. Okay, so first character must be caps. Okay, so let me, if I'm saying like a demo.tsx. Okay, suppose we created a one component like a demo.tsx. Okay, so right, I can just copy existing component like this, right? It will be a just a demo component. Okay, so what we have to do is, now this is text, it is text. So you have to first I mean to import what kind of field you want to use in the component. So for our case, I just copied it from this content block, and because we created a demo.tsx in it. So for now, what we do is we just render our one heading with one content. Okay. So for now, for rendering a heading and a content, we have to reference a proper either the text tab, or you can like a field tab from the this from the just Next.js library. Okay, so this is JSS Next.js library coming from sitecore JSS Next.js library. So there, we can like a text tab, rich text tab, link tab, image kind of tab. Okay, so we can define multiple kind of. So we have to give a proper. If I'm giving an image kind of field, I have to add a image type of type here, so that I can use into the component. Okay, so cause we are creating a component, so is like it should be like a component.props. Okay, so this is the structure you have to always remember, like component crops. So type is a normal, yeah, TypeScript types. We are creating like a components kind of fields. So fields means in a data source there will be a field. So what kind of field value we are going to extract from the, for now we have to get the field data from the, the layout service. So I'll tell you what the layout service is. For now, just understand like this. We want to render one heading and one content like a description. Okay, so let me name it like a description. Okay, so this is the JSX component. You can say this is the JSX component. JSX component is a like a HTML component. We want to render in a component, in a particular component. So this is how, by default it creates like this. Okay, when you scaffold. Okay, so and in a props, what you field, what you pass, what kind of field, you are going to put the data on the JSX component. Okay, so this is kind of props that you are going to pass into the this HTML component. Okay, so for now we are using the text. Okay, text title, content title. For now we don't have any class name. You can use just like this. Okay, you can also remove this like this. So it's a JSS tags, text, rich text. There will be a image, JSS image like this, JSS link. Okay, those are the JSS tags. Okay, you have to remember that those. Because we are using a description, we'll write like this. Okay. So, and at the last, this is our component. We want to export this. How we are exporting by default, like export default with data source check. This is the props tab, which kind of props it the export, and this is the component name, the content block. For our case, the component name is demo, so we'll write like a demo. Demo, yes, component name is demo, and same thing we have to write here. Okay, like this. And also because the props tab, we can write like this, demo props, and here as well. So if you are a site code developer, you have to just understand how we are creating a component inside the Next.js project. Maybe if you are not smart enough in the JSS, so this is how you can just understand and create the component. Okay, you have to just understand like where how we are creating the this field tab, and how we are assigning the props, and how is good assigning it to the these JSS tags. Okay, we can just save it. Next, what we can do is we can just create this demo component into the as a JSS, as a JSON rendering here. Okay, so for now what we can do, because we have to create this kind of the component inside the we have to also create the template, because where we have to define these fields and a heading and description. So it is just a normal JSS component there. We can create a headless JSS component as well. Okay, so for now let's create it. I'll show you how you can do that. Okay, so for now I'll go here in a site code demo. I'll create one template quickly as possible. So I'll name like a, because we are creating a demo.tss, I'll name like a demo. Okay, so like this demo. So it will create a templates. So I can explain you what the template is. So template in a site code, somewhere we are defining the content type. Okay, what kind of content, and maybe a data source, our content, the data is going to store. So those we have to define or declare in I mean we declare I mean inside in the template. Okay, for now we are creating a template. Okay, so in a template in a this is called a section. So let me write like this: demo section. There I'll write what the field I want to put in a. Okay, so it will be heading. It will be a single line text. In a sidecar we have a lot. I mean there is a data types. So for simple heading we can just keep a single line text data type. Next we have a description. So this the description we can put it like a rich text. So I mean rich text you must be familiar. I mean maybe if you are not a site code developer also. I mean rich text is where I mean it gives us a platform, or you can say like an area where you can put anything, content, image, link, anything. Okay, so I mean Sidecore has a facility. It gives a data type like a rich text. Okay, so that's the benefit. So we created this template. So next what we have to do is we have to create a JSON rendering. So what I'll do is let me go to the layout section. I'll go to the rendering. In a project, let me demo side. Inside the demo side, let me create one. Okay, I'll create a JSON rendering like this, JSON rendering. Okay, I'll write like a demo. So whatever like the JSON rendering name we give, that must be exactly same name. It's saying like a component. This should be exactly same name as we have already created the component name in the site code. So this should be actually same. If it is not same, it will not work. Okay, so I can see this the demo.tsx. So similar name like demo we are creating here. Next thing, I mean, what are the 2-3 things we have to take care here? First thing, the parameter templates. If you are creating, some JSS headless project, sorry, component, then you have to define the parameters template, or maybe in a simple JSS component as well. If you're, I mean, getting any kind of, the parameters, you can define the parameter template. But in a simple JSS component, the mainly what we do is you have to define the target location, data source location, and data source template. So for the data source location, what we do is, so it will access the main the app location. So it will give us from there we can create. Okay, next we have to select the data source template. So let me go to the insert link. Insert link. I'll create I'll go to the feature. I'll go here in a site code demo. We created a one template name. So I just selected. So this is it. We have to take care. There are other things as well, but for now we don't need. Okay. So just created. So next thing is, because our application is already running. So what we'll do is we'll directly go to the home page. Okay, we can assign this component using the experience editor, but for now we'll directly assign to the like this. First of all, we have to click on the home page, then presentation, then details, then the final layout. I'll add the rendering here. And rendering, let me add the JSON rendering we created. So let me add it. We'll wait, it's taking time. Okay, so now we'll select our JSON rendering or the component we created. So we created a component like a demo. For now, we'll add the placeholder like headless main. Okay, and we'll just open a property dialog box just to create a data source. Okay, so we'll click the browse. So it's taking time, so let's just wait. So we'll select the data and create. We'll name like a demo data for now. Okay. Hit OK. If we'll refresh this item, inside the data, we can say one of the data sources created like a demo data. We can directly put the data here. So, like a demo data heading, right? This is the rich text. We can give any text here. Okay, I can give it. I can give any text. It's also copying the style, so I can just paste somewhere in a notepad and can put like this. Okay. Okay, and save it. I can refresh the page. Okay, so okay, we have to just publish this thing. Um, let me publish. So we have, when we publish, then it will appear. So I'll go to publish here and publish, smart publish, and sub item, and yeah. Okay, so we have to, maybe we have to publish individually. Let me go here in a template. I'll publish this item, publish, and okay, this is published here. Next thing, we created the this JSON rendering. We have to publish this as well. Let me publish, not site. It will be a published item. Then publish. Okay. Now we have to publish this. Let me refresh. So you can see, I mean, now our data is coming like demo data. Okay. And so this is how it works, where you just create the template here. So it was just a JSS component. We can create JSS headless SXA component here. Okay, so that will work like a XXA component, and like we create a XXA component and SXA variant component, variant rendering as well. So I mean, you can, I mean, you just show like how we did setup and how we created a demo application, sorry, demo component. And also in a sidecore side, we just created the template. We created the rendering, JSON rendering, and we assign it to the page route. Okay. So for today, so this is it. Okay. Next time we'll show how we can create a JSS headless component. Okay. So thanks for thank you all. Thanks.